My name's Nicholas Okrulu. I think generally most people know me for one of my projects called Pen People, which stands for People Empowering People, which I founded. And also another project which is called the Livesey Exchange. Again, another project that I founded and initiated, which is being built on the Old Kent Road. I don't think Southwark owns as much land as most people think they do. A lot of us leave a lot of responsibility to Southwark Council, which means that Southwark will determine what their priorities are and how they intend to build things. So, for example, you look at our project, Livesey Exchange. You know, it's supposed to be a collaboration between Livesey Exchange, Pen People, and Southwark Council. And you know, yeah, they've given us land, but the issue is, you know, I think as communities, we should build up our capacity to be able to manage such land. You know, for me, it's been quite difficult because I think this is really the first time a small community group has embarked on such. And, you know, what I will say is that it's not impossible. I think as communities, we need to learn how to leverage, you know, what we want. So, for example, instead of going and march, no offense, instead of marching down to Parliament and marching back again, you know, we should all club together, petition our councillors, our MPs, and say that piece of land is available. We want it to be only social housing. Let's just say, for example, young people in between leaving their parents' homes and going on to build their own property. Now, if we leave it to the council's going to give it to developers because it means that they don't have to spend any money and developers need to recuperate their money, which means that there will never, ever be enough social housing in Southwark. And I think, you know, the problem is that we've left everything to, and I will say this, you know, because personally I don't really care. We've left it to Southwark Council officers who don't even live in the borough, who don't know what people are actually going through. So Southwark Council gave me a pop-up shop, which, again, to my own financial detriment, I took on board, galvanized a lot of people, also associated it to my tape project and other things that I was doing. They then gave us the garages just on Old Kent Road. And I think it wasn't a case of saying, oh, the council's not giving us money. It's like, you know what, we've got nothing, so let's start with nothing. So, you know, I've kind of built that up to a place that it's become a go-to place, really. Unfortunately, when Grenfell happened, we've got tower blocks just above us. So Southwark decided to give us a piece of land that they're not using at this moment in time to build our project, Livesey Exchange, which is what I call Lex 2, which only has a 15-year lifespan. And the question was, do you take it or do you not take it? Because everybody's saying, oh, don't take it. I should give it to you for as long as it's needed. But my argument is we've got it, use it, you know, for this time, for this period of time. And then also you can actually prove what you're doing and why it needs to either stay or you go on to another place. Again, that goes back to the word leverage. How do you leverage what you've got? That's how we got that site. And, you know, fingers crossed, we're just about to build. But the question is also, once we've built it, the whole issue is it's about getting people who call themselves creatives, who call themselves innovators, entrepreneurs, to come and do stuff and actually show, you know, the creative, I wouldn't just say the creative, the educational, the literal value of what we have. You know, I made that mistake thinking that because it's a deprived area, we didn't have knowledgeable people. We didn't have people with the right access and resources. You know, we've got a young 23-year-old who's in our Livesey Exchange Lex 1, who's just about to do a PhD in physics. So for me, it's like we've actually got everything right in our corner. It's just how do you make that connection between all these different people and pull them all together to make it work? And I think that goes back to how do you use public land? Do you make suggestions and then tell the council to do it? Or do you make suggestions and show how it can be done?